Okay, we're good to go.
All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to MSc 1 MUSA 2023. So we'll start with the attendance. Starting from MSc members, Mr. President Rashwan here. Vice Presidents Raj, Kirara. You guys are here, right? I'm here.
Present.
Treasurers Koki, Shellen.
Present.
Koki.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
Hi,
Heads
can you
of
hear me?
Yes. Ethan, Tina.
Yeah, both here.
All right. Heads of MUIS, Michelle, Kamala.
Present.
Both, Kamala. Okay. Activities, Sonia, Mengya.
Here.
Present.
All right. Publicity, Jackson is here. Cheryl. Is Cheryl?
Cheryl's having a little bit problem with logging into Zoom.
All right.
Yeah, but she's attending, no worries.
All right. Welfare officers, Jasper, Ina.
Yeah, present.
Here.
Women's always is not here. And
Here.
okay, the SAS representative is not here. Irfan, SOB reps.
Here.
Caroline.
Here.
Okay, SOE reps, Darlene, Brian.
Yep, here.
Okay, SOIT reps, Skyway.
Present.
SOMHS reps, Calvina.
Present.
SOP, Jeremy and Stephanie. SOP reps.
Stephanie is present.
Jeremy is present as well.
Okay. SOS, Maisa and Rainier.
Present.
Maisa? Is Maisa here? Okay, she's here. All right. For non-MSc members, editors, Ashley,
Present.
Daniel.
Here.
Okay, Shitian,
Present.
Janet.
Present.
Okay, my secretary, Aisha. Is Aisha here? Okay, my treasurer, Rohan. My treasurer. My CRO, Shudipta.
Yes.
Is Dominic here?
Present.
Okay, Fadia.
I'm here.
Okay, Ivan.
I'm here.
Okay, Rachel. CNS secretary.
Present.
Sim. Ethan.
Present.
CNS treasurer, Suen.
Here.
Nada.
Present. Yeah.
Okay. Yening. Lee Yening.
Yeah.
Gunjit. Okay.
here.
James. CNS sports officers.
Hello, here.
Agil.
Agil is here as well. He isn't able to open his mic today.
Okay. What about CNL's external license officer? Just
Present.
okay. Done with the wait, is Muis secretary and Muis treasurer here? Aisha and Rohan?
Aisha's joining in a bit.
Okay.
Rohan is
sorry.
Rohan is present.
Oh, okay. All right. Moving on to acceptance of apology letters and proxy letters. Liam, Ariel, and Aoi, they submitted their apology letters, and Liam submitted his proxy letters. So it's accepted by,
You're fine.
thank you. Okay, next we have Deputy Returning Officer appointment, motion 2. The purpose is to discuss and deliberate. So this one is for by-elections. The below individual, I have invited one DRO for by-elections, and these are the positions that are available for by-elections, including MUS Media, MUS CRO, SOB female rep, SOIT male and female rep, SOP male and female rep. For DRO, DRO is basically deputy returning officers who serves as a second to the elections returning officers, which will be me, and is expected to assist in the execution of election blueprint as prepared by MUSA 2023 election committee, and we'll proceed with the DRO's presentation first, and then after the presentation, you guys can ask Q&As. And yep, Daniel is here. Daniel, are you here?
Present.
Wait.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Okay, do you want to go ahead and share your screen?
Sure.
Okay.
Uruj, is everything all good?
Should be. Daniel, can you share the screen, or is there a problem?
Yeah, no, I'm just sharing, and there's an issue with the. Just give me 2 seconds.
All right.
Okay, can you see it?
Yep.
Shall I proceed with the presentation?
Yep, you can.
Wait, do you mind speaking up a little because I can't really hear you that clearly?
I'm sorry?
Do you mind speaking up a little because I can't hear your voice that clearly?
All right. Can you hear me now?
Yep, better now.
All right. Should I open my camera as well, or is that fine?
If you can, that'll be better.
Okay, can everybody hear me?
Yep.
Hi, everybody, my name is Mohammed Al-Qureshi, and this is a little bit of a portfolio on my behalf. So this is like a brief background about me. Hi, I'm Daniel, or Dan for short. So let's get to know me a little bit better. Where am I from? So I'm from Pakistan, and I moved to Malaysia to further my degrees, which is I moved to Malaysia to get appointed to the university, which I'm currently studying. In Inti International University, Sabang campus, I'm currently finishing my bachelor's in business in collaboration with Southern New Hampshire University, USA. I'm majoring in marketing right now, and this is my last semester, so I'll be fully graduating after this semester. Currently, I'm doing my internship at a startup company called Street Paw, which is a company that caters for animal nutrition and their welfare. And on the side, I do freelance photography as well. So regarding my educational background, from preschool all the way to middle school, I studied in Pakistan in Army Public School. Then we moved to Qatar in the Middle East. From 2014 to 2016, I did my high school. I finished over there. And from 2017 to present, I've been in Malaysia studying at International College and University. So, like I said before, I'm doing my internship, and I'll let you guys know about a little bit of my responsibilities, which I'm handling in the company itself. So I'm working at Street Ball. Like I said, it caters to animal nutrition and animal welfare. And some of my major responsibilities are that I have to come up with marketing strategies for business development, social media marketing and ideas to find out what the audience likes, what the customers like, and come up with ideas and posts that actually are visually impactful and increase sales. And another part of my responsibility is customer service, handling the customers, getting feedback, increasing sales, and following up on any type of sale made. Now let's talk about some of my most memorable projects. As a marketing student, I've had an opportunity to work with some of the best people I know and with some of the most amazing opportunities that I've ever had to fulfill in Malaysia itself. So let's begin. One of the best projects I had to do was the employer project with Toei Company. Now, if you haven't heard of Toei Company, I'll just give you a little bit of a brief detail. Toei Company is a Japanese animation company which has many subsidiaries which are responsible for distribution of some of the most major Japanese animes. Some of those animes include Dragon Ball Z and One Piece. They're actually one of the distributors for the One Piece Red movie. So we did a collaboration with them for the movie called The Journey, which is a blend of Arabic culture and religion, and they presented it in the form of an anime. So we were some of the select group of students from our university chosen to assist at the screening of the movie, which was held at the Islamic National Museum in Malaysia. Now, we were purposefully put there to delegate the VVIPs and the guests that were supposed to come there for the screening of the movie and for their feedback as well. So some of these VVIPs included ambassadors of Belgium, Canada, France, Japan, Iraq, and several datos and datins in Malaysia. So what we had to do was basically make sure everything they were catered for properly. They had the best experience they could, everything to their needs they were catered to, and we basically had to put them in the best experience for a movie they could. And thankfully, I can say it was a big success. So that's my team down there, and that is me with the executive producer of the One Piece Red movie. Another one of the big employer projects I did was with a solar panel company called Verdant Solar. Now, this company is based in Aradamansara. It is a relatively new company, but in Malaysia, it's one of the top contenders for a solar panel. So we were responsible for pitching an entire marketing campaign, which would cater to every type of audience and bring in higher number of sales and higher number of employees in the future. So we had to come up with authentic storyboards, sales pitches. We had to physically shoot an advertisement and everything. And it was just an overall great experience. And although we weren't the winning group, but we gained a lot of experience. And all that experience, I have been applying that in my current internship as well, and in other parts of my life. So let's talk about some of my top skills and talents. So in my opinion, I am very good at marketing my image and my purpose. I tend to portray the best type of image and the best type of purpose, both on ethical and moral grounds. Conflict resolution. I learned that a lot, even in my university years and working in projects. There's a lot of conflicts when you're working in group projects, and you need to fix them as soon as possible with the proper mediation skills. Interpersonal skills. I like to engage with peoples and working alongside people according to their ideology and according to their needs is something that every person should have in any type of field. Think outside the box. I tend to think outside the box a lot. I try to look at everything from different perspectives and find the best possible solution to fit that certain scenario. Adaptive. Not everything you plan, there is always something going to be that's going to go wrong. And I try to be as adaptive as possible to mitigate that risk and find the proper solution. Quick learner. I tend to learn quick, and I tend to apply that as soon as possible. And lastly, practical. I consider myself a very practical man, and I think that if you can learn the theory and apply it as soon as possible in the practical life, you earn better experience and you gain the best of it. So, like I said, other than my work, I am a part-time photographer as well, and my photography ranges from weddings, graduations, events, portraits, product photography. So my photography career began all the way in 2016 when I got my proper equipment, and I was just set on getting my platform ready. And I started off slow. I started off with small portraits, which were roughly 25 ringgit per shoot. And then I gradually increased, where now I have clients who come to me for weddings and graduations and other events and such. This is some of my best work, as you can see. All throughout my career, these are some of the pictures I've taken, which really resonate with my work. And just in case if you'd like to see more, you can always follow my Instagram page. So outside of work, you know, when you have a working routine, you need to be a bit more flexible outside of work as well, because if you work, it's gonna rot your brain away. These are some of the hobbies I do outside of work, which are football, boxing, jiu-jitsu, and badminton. I like to keep as active as possible, and I like to bring as much as diversity as I can. Lastly, this just to keep things a little lighthearted, this is my house cat, Juno. We love her, but she's a pain in the neck, but we still love her. And that'll be all for me. Thank you all for listening. And if you have any questions, please go ahead.
All right, thank you, Daniel. You guys can go ahead with your questions. Okay, Rashan.
Daniel, so I've seen your resume. It's very interesting and very impressive. Could I know a bit more about what you're expecting from the position of DRO?
As per expectations go, I'm expecting to gain experience regarding this, because I've never done this anything like this, and I've always tried to push myself in terms of no man's land. Like I don't expect to gain anything monetary or anything. I just want good experience that I can apply in my future life, in the practical life as well. And I know I can gain that from this position.
Okay. Could I know some of the responsibilities that you think you might be having to handle?
I'm sorry?
Could I know some of the responsibilities that you're expecting come with the position?
So some of my responsibilities that I can partake in are assisting the by-elections officer in all sorts of agenda and social media, and fixing the timeline accordingly, and just running along the timeline as well. The elections, making sure everything is mitigated, all the risks are mitigated, and most importantly, making sure the elections run properly.
All right. Have you gotten an opportunity to look through a little bit of our election regulations by any chance?
I believe so, but I might be a bit fuzzy on that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Could I know some challenges that you're expecting, since you mentioned that you haven't done a similar task before? So could I know some of the challenges that you're expecting from it?
Well, the main challenge I think I'll be facing is time constriction, and I feel like with the routine I have, with the current work I have, I do like to challenge myself, but I also feel like I can actually handle it. And another thing I think that might be challenging is getting on grip with everything and doing it to perfection, which is always my end goal.
Okay. Could I know how your time management skills are? Because while you're undertaking your own studies, if you are a DRO, you're going to have to be pretty involved during the whole election process. It could be a little intensive because you have to make sure that all the candidates are following the regulations and all that. Right. So could I know where you stand on time management?
I would say my time management skills have gotten a lot better over time. ever since my internship has started, my routine has really fallen into place. And I feel like I can manage my time a lot better now because I'm a lot more responsible with time, a lot more responsible with my activities. Like I said, I'm a very practical man. So I like to include that in everything I do. And with all the responsibilities I have a certain time designated to each responsibility all across the day. So I think I can manage that easily, no issues.
All right. Thank you. That's all from me.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're fine. You can go ahead.
Hello. Okay, so upon if you, let's say you were to achieve this role, what are your first initiatives as appointed to this role?
So my first initiative would be to lay out all the tasks and everything according to and see how I can how I can mitigate each and everything and according to the agenda. And not only that, but as precise as possible, as perfect as possible, and according to the ethical and moral values that are held by the regulations of this task. That would be my first thing that I would do.
I see. Thank you.
Does anyone else have any questions? You guys can also use the chat box if you want. We'll give a few more seconds and then we can go for voting. Okay, I guess there's no more questions, so we'll proceed towards voting. Wait, Rashan, should Daniel stay here? No, right?
Yep. Should put him in the waiting room.
All right.
Okay. Wait, Daniel, can you leave and then come back again?
Sure.
Because I'm not the host, so I cannot put him in the waiting room. Okay. Wait, before that, let me share my screen. Before that, can I have a seconder for this motion?
Jackson.
Okay, thank you, Jackson. Maybe I can apply. Okay. All right, we'll proceed for voting. Since I proposed this motion, so I cannot vote, but we'll start from President. Rashwan?
Hold on, wait.
Won't be voting.
Danielle is back in.
Wait,
Oh, wait, hold on. Let me just move into a separate room.
yeah, you can do that, right?
Yes, I
Since-
can do that. Yeah.
Ruj, President won't be voting for this because I would
Sorry?
be chairperson. I'd be chairperson for MSC, so I can't cast votes.
Oh, okay, okay. Okay, then we'll proceed to vice presidents.
4.
Okay, treasurers. Treasurers.
Sorry, 4.
Okay. CNS.
Abstain.
Sorry.
Abstain.
Abstain. Okay. Voice.
4.
Okay. Activities.
4.
Okay. Publicity.
4.
Welfare.
4.
Women's.
4.
Sales rep is not here. Proxy is Rachel here.
Yeah. 4.
Okay. SOB.
SOB mail for
Wait, there's only one. You can only one. Okay. SOE.
4.
Okay. SOIT.
4.
SOMHS.
4.
SOP.
4.
SOS.
4.
All right. Since majority is 4, so I guess he's the DRO. Can you accept him back, Jackson?
All right, sure. Hold on.
he back?
I think so. I think I made it here.
Hear us,
Yeah, I
Daniel?
think.
Can you hear us? Daniel?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. So majority of the vote is in your favor. So congratulations, you are the appointed DRO. And we'll proceed from here. Another thing is, according to the constitution, supposedly there's supposed to be two deputy returning officers, one from outside Monash, one is from within Monash. However, I managed to find from outside Monash, but not within Monash. So I guess we'll have to opt for email motion soon, and I'll provide more information about that after this meeting.
No issues.
Sounds good.
Okay. Daniel, if you wish to leave, you can, because after this is just a department report and divisional report.
No worries.
Thank you so much for coming.
All right, thank you, everyone. Thank you for having me.
All right. Okay, next, I guess we'll move on to the departmental report, starting from president.
All right. So mine's a little bit long this time, so bear with me.
Okay.
So first up is Office Bearer Code of Conduct. All MUSA office bearers are expected to follow the 5 codes of conduct, which are professionalism, integrity, discipline, accountability, and leadership. All conflicts faced by MUSA members must be handled in a professional manner. If the situation arises, the issue may be escalated to the president or GenSec to be resolved. It must never be blown out of proportion. The president can be contacted via email, telegram, WhatsApp, or phone call. However, formal matters should be addressed via email. All MUSA office bearers are urged to check their emails on a daily basis and respond to queries within a reasonable period of time. MUSA OBs are to operate within the bounds of MUSA Constitution, the MUSA Handbook, and the existing MUSA SOPs. Uruj, could you scroll down a bit, please? Thank you so much. There will be further standard and operating procedures to be developed throughout the year. Now, moving on, MUSA 2023's goals. Our relationship goals include continue to deepen our relationship with the student body in hopes of cultivating a better environment for the students on campus. Now comes our broader horizons, by which we mean we want to collaborate with more external parties in an attempt to provide our students with a diverse range of growth opportunities, not only limited to education. MUSA is to focus on student activities and welfare within the Monash community at all times. MUSA 2023 will strive to strengthen the relationship between staff, students, and the wider community of Monash stakeholders to create a better campus environment. As per MUSA 2023's goals, expectation setting is required to ensure that the students' expectations of MUSA and MUSA's expectations of students are aligned. To address the students' expectation of MUSA, MUSA will proactively work towards the following areas: providing advice, assistance, direction, and support to students whenever required, to actively listen to the voice of the student community, individual voices, and marginalized communities. Actively work with the management and various campus bodies towards providing students with a conducive study environment, services, support, and facilities to enrich student learning and experience. We will proactively focus on organizing, supporting initiatives, activities, and events that will cater towards the welfare and well-being of students, to review MUSA's communication practices and improve them to better disseminate information in practical, creative, and easily digestible methods. We will work together with students, staff, management, and various campus bodies to create a positive and cheerful campus environment. Meanwhile, to better improve relations and mutual understanding between MUSA and the student community, the expectations that MUSA holds towards the student community is as follows: to actively bring up issues of concern to MUSA whenever assistance is required, and to prepare the necessary information for MUSA to take action when needed. Moving on, we'll go through our house rules. Uruj, could you scroll down a little bit, please? All right, so to start with, all office doors are to be fully transparent. Posters of events are not allowed to be stuck on doors. Only exceptions would be the women's offices rooms when needed only. The MUSA treasurer's room is the only room that can be covered with blinds. Do not turn students away should they have inquiries while you're at the office. Printer usage by the MUSA OBs and their subcommittee members are strictly for office use only. The printing quota for each department is to be confirmed after the budget committee's meeting. Printing in MUSA office is strictly used for MUSA operations. As the A4 paper supplies fall under the MUSA official budget. MUSA members are to take responsibility for the cleanliness and tidiness of their respective offices and the common areas. They must exercise common sense and good judgment so as to not cause any undesirable issues or conflicts. Office keys can only be held by office bearers. Could you scroll down a little bit, please, Aruj? All right, so 1.4 would be MUSA office entry. The MUSA office is finally open for use by MUSA 2023. MUSA Welfare will be responsible for coordinating the cleanup periods to prepare the office for semester 1. MUSA OBs are expected to clean their rooms of expired, outdated, or unusable items to create a clean, conducive environment. All OBs are to receive their office keys before the start of the upcoming semester. All right, so President's report is done. Motion 3, acceptance of President's report, accepted by.
Jasper.
Thank you, Jasper.
Okay, VPs. Raj, Kirara.
Right. For the VP's report, first things first, that we have finished our early 2023 subcom recruitment. We have uploaded every single interview into the drive and managed to start working on our future events. And moving on from that, we also finished our end of term meeting with our predecessors on the 17th of January. Then we also contacted the office bearers who haven't received their emails, and then it was forwarded to the student life. The access has been given to them on 17 January as well.
Am I audible? All right,
Yep.
thanks. I'll be continuing the report. So we held the pre-EAC meeting, and I have a few updates for the future EAC meetings. So we had the pre-EAC meeting on the 4th of January, where the core members, the school representatives, were informed of the meeting procedures and the EAC fund request procedure for the semester. All necessary documents are available in the Google Drive under the EAC folder. And an email has also been sent detailing the meeting dates for future reference. We held our first EAC meeting on the 18th January on Wednesday. Only a few items were discussed, provided that the semester is yet to start, and there has not been a large sum of feedback from the October intake students. However, we do await updates from the EMO and the course coordinators for the issues raised by the School of Business and School of Science and Science representatives, respectively. The meeting minutes and recording for the first EAC has already been uploaded within the corresponding meeting folder. So those who have not attended, please look through the meeting minutes and watch the recording. So the next point would be the meeting with Fast Jobs. So we held a meeting with a representative to discuss details on the upcoming career fair with the school representatives. They're able to provide us with an extensive list of companies, business startups, but we'll obviously require to confirm, require time to confirm, sorry, because they may be unavailable to verify the confirmation of some well-established businesses, but the school representatives have already submitted a comprehensive list of companies and businesses they'd like to see in the fair in the Telegram group chat. A tentative date for the career fair will likely be selected from week 4, so it's between the days of 20th to 24th of March, with an hour-long workshop held a week prior on week 3, somewhere between 13th or 17th of March. A follow-up meeting was held on Monday, 18th January, with the publicity officers to discuss collaborative efforts in publicity, which are currently being undertaken by both Jackson and Cheryl. Our final report will be a short update on the 7th School Carnival, which is called the 7th School Mini Ball. MAMEC will no longer be joining collaboration with the school representatives to conduct the carnival due to clashes in event objectives and strict time constraints in gathering resources. Further updates to be announced from the school's respective reports. Yeah, that's it for our department. Motion accepted by
Michelle.
Thank you.
All right, next moving to GenSec department. For GenSec department, first is subcommittee recruitment. Departments and division has already recruited their pre-term subcommittees, and all the divisions and departments were asked to give a final number of subcommittee for their respective departments and divisions. So we have an estimated number for the whole year. The next subcommittee recruitment will begin in the beginning, or most probably in the beginning of February. Next, this one is quite old, but MUSA Drive has been updated from 2022 to 2023. Next is by-elections. For by-elections, blueprint is done. Election committee meeting was held 2 weeks ago to further discuss about the by-elections. Election period will be approximately for a month and a half, because we are planning to have physical debate sessions. So it will start from March. The by-election timeline is made for further clarity. The positions available that will be contested during by-elections are MUIS Media, MUIS CROs, SOB female rep, SOIT male and female rep, SOP male and female rep. DRO is appointed during this MSC. For the other DRO that is from within Monash will be appointed through email motion. Acceptance of GenSec report accepted by anyone?
Menya.
All right, thank you, Menya. Okay, moving on to treasurer's report.
Hi everyone. So for the treasurer's report, the first one is for the finance system. Student Life has provided MUSA treasurers with the guidelines and the access to the new systems. However, there is still some confusion and uncertainty regarding these guidelines. So as a result, MUSA treasurers have been asked to gather questions, and SL will arrange a training session between MUSA treasurers and finance. The date and time will be announced by SL, but it has been previously communicated to us that it will be held this week. And the second one is the fund tracker. The fund tracker amendment starts from 18th February onwards and currently is still under amendment. So the fund application guidelines for office bearers can only be shared once MUSA treasurers have gained clarity for finance regarding the new system, and after ensuring that the guidelines have complied with the current system requirements. Next, training will also be held to familiarize the office bearers with the fund application process through the fund trackers. Further information will be announced soon. And then fund applications through the fund tracker can only be made starting from March 2023. For any events in February that require funding, please apply for cash reimbursement once the fund tracker is available. The last one is for the signature acknowledgement receipt. So the official signature can be found in the MUSA Drive. And then for a formal procedure and documentation, an email has been sent to the office bearer's email with the attachment of their official signature and a signature acknowledgement receipt. So office bearers are required to sign the receipt and submit it back to MUSA treasurers. So I believe that I've announced this too in the group chat, but yeah, I think some of you still haven't filled it up and submitted it yet. So yeah, please do so. Okay, so I think that's all. Motion 6, acceptance of treasurer's report, accepted by
Jasper.
Ella.
Okay, Jasper. I heard Jasper first.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
All right. Next, CNS. I think Ethan is not here, so Tina, you can go ahead.
Yeah. Okay, so here's the CNS heads report. So first of all, first pointer is Trident Cup. We have already made a Telegram group and created shared with committee members from the sports clubs, and we're gonna be sharing information there. We are yet to have a meeting with Student Life probably this week and get more information from Sunway University about the competition. moving on to the next pointer, Monash Cup 2023. Our external relations officer has begun the process of approaching potential sponsorships for the events and have created new booklets, sponsorship booklets for this criteria as well. And our sports officers have analyzed the past year's financial reports and the grand budget report, and they are finalizing the list of sports and games that will be offered for the event as well. And moving on for the CNS AGM Sem 1, we are finalizing. We have finalized the date for the 3rd of March, and will be held on Auditorium 2. And moving on to the next one, all clubs and societies secretary documentation submissions have been going through all along this month, and the deadline for submission for EMS and email access form will be tomorrow, 21st of January, and deadline for submission of club committee list will be on 23rd of February. And the financial documentation is the same. Deadline for those will be on 31st January as well, same as EMS access forms. Moving on to the CNS week, Sem 1. So we have finalized the date, which will be happening. CNS will be happening on 7th of March to 10th of March. And we have created and announced the booth allocation forms to the Telegram groups, and they are currently filling it up, and it's open for clubs to fill up the preferred allocation booth spots. And clubs will also get the option to select time slots to do their performances during the CNS week from Wednesday to Friday, from specifically 12:30 to 2 p.m. during that time. And also one of the special cases was the Monash ambassador, health ambassador, which was previously handled by Student Life. And they have applied to be a club under CNS with the request of Student Life. And we have gone through the process of going through their proposal and doing a meeting with them. And we have accepted them as a CNS under a club under CNS, and the rest of the process is underway. And the next pointer is Monash Cup merchandise. The first draft have been created for the supporters t-shirts and the hoodies, but we are yet to finalize the design. And afterwards, we'll be submitting it for the MSc. And we've been informed about the missing financial documents from 2022. And we've reached out to the clubs and collected those documentations and have submitted to MUSA treasurers. And we are waiting for the confirmation on the documents. And that would be it. The rest is basically the same thing in detail. So motion 7 accepted by
Raj.
Okay, next, MUIS division. Michelle, Kamala.
Okay, thank you, Rich. So for our overall updates, we had 2 general meetings since the last MSc. One was a pre-term general meeting on the 26th of December, and the other was a January general meeting on the 17th of January. So the topics discussed during the general meeting are detailed later in this report. So for next pointer is the MUIS structure. We built and submitted the MUIS structure for orientation booklet purposes. Next is branding plan. So we received the first draft branding plan from Engagement and CRO, and we are on progress for reviewing the branding plan for revision. And the branding plan estimated completion date is postponed to the third week of February, and it is adjusted due to other MUIS workload and draft revisions. Next is Notion. We have finalized all estimated date for 2023 events, and we have provided page within the Notion with information, tools, and guides to ensure all OB and subcommittees are on the same page. For our EOT meeting, the MUIS Heads EOT meeting was held on the 16th of January with Rashwan and Dom, and all departments have concluded EOT meeting with the exception of Media Department, which has scheduled it for the 2nd of February. For Sarah, we have briefed all OB on how to navigate the Safety and Risk Analysis Hub for future events. And for the by-election, we have briefed interim OB on estimated date of by-election, as well as encouraging them to find partners for the position when pursuing the election.
Okay, hi everyone. So I'm gonna give an update for MUIS Secretary. So for unofficial subcommittee recruitment for secretary, they have recruited one official subcom. And for Telegram groups, Telegram and WhatsApp group chats have been created for all MUIS office bearers, MUIS in general, country representatives, and other respective departments. And the last one is about meetings. Secretary department have held several general meeting and maintained meeting minutes, and also an EOT meeting end of term.
Next is for MUIS Treasurer, the recruitment of unofficial subcom. So they have concluded interviews and recruited 3 subcommittee members. Unfortunately, one of the subcommittee members had decided to step down, leaving 2 members left. For Notion, they provided a budgeting guide for future events and provided a step-by-step process on how to get reimbursed. On the EOT itself, MUIS Treasurer held an end-of-term meeting on the 24th of January.
For MUIS engagement, for the recruitment preparation, the engagement department have prepared for interview questions for the candidates of the subcommittees. For the date and time for orientation events, engagement have 2 events that will be held around orientation week, which the date and time have been decided. And for February orientation event preparation, Sarah for February MUIS orientation game night and MUIS Jom Sunway has been approved. And EMS for both events also has been approved, and we are directed to proceed to part 2. And for an after meeting for engagement has been held on 19th of January 2023 with the 2023 MUSA President and 2022 MUSA Activities Office Bearer, and MUIS Office Bearer, sorry. For the branding plan, first draft of the branding plan has been made and waiting for MUIS heads feedback.
For MUIS Media, the recruitment of unofficial subcom, the media department concluded interviews and recruited 1 subcommittee members. They are currently working on orientation game night designs as well as Jom Sunway designs. And for an after meeting, like we mentioned before, it is scheduled for 2nd of February. For the branding plan, the draft of the branding plan will be sent to MUIS heads by the 1st of February for feedback. Thank you.
For MUIS CRO, so updates on the recruitment of on country representatives. Applicants were open from 24th of December last year and 2022 until 10 Jan 2023, and interviews have been conducted from 8th of Jan until 15th of Jan. Country representatives have been appointed for these following countries: for India, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, Mauritius, China, South Africa, Southeast Asia, and Korea on 19th of Jan. Some positions are still vacant for Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, Southeast Asia, Malaysia, Japan, Mauritius, Middle East, South Africa, Iran, and Maldives. And we are looking for people who can fill this position. And for the branding plan for CRO, a branding plan's first draft has been submitted for review, and CRO also had EOD meeting with president and predecessors on 24th of Jan 2023. Motion 8 accepted by
Carolyn.
Thank you.
Okay, so hi everyone. I'll be presenting the Activities Chairperson's report. So we'll start off with February orientation and library research. The carnival game instructions and budget tasks were dedicated to our unofficial subcommittee, and they're in the process of completing it. They're also in the process of designing the stamp cards that will be used for each of the game stations. A meeting was held with Student Life to check the game material stock in order to know whether more materials will be needed before continuing the budget breakdown, since there are currently some pre-existing amounts. Library research has been completed, and after approval from Student Life, the content will be passed down to the library to be decorated and printed for the Old Malayan exhibition. There will also be a Milo truck during the event on Wednesday during the carnival from 2 to 4 p.m. or until all Milo is consumed. Location of the Old Malayan Carnival has been transferred from Rock to the concourse area where most of the food trucks are located. As for pre-February subcommittee recruitment, interviews have already been conducted during the middle of the month and emails were sent out to potential candidates. The candidates have also confirmed their position by replying to the email sent to them, and our department has successfully recruited 7 subcommittees for the pre-February intake term. And for February intake orientation buddies, the orientation buddies list is still open for access to all departments to add in their subcommittee members. Thus, we kindly remind all departments and their subcommittee members to fill in their details. Monash students are also welcome to volunteer and help out during all week. And as mentioned before, if the total number of orientation buddies is still unsatisfactory, we might require help from publicity to share the Excel sheet out for higher reach. Does anyone have any questions? If no, motion 9, acceptance of activities chairperson's report accepted by.
Irfan.
Thanks, Irfan.
All right, to publicity. So right now for first one, we have brand engagement and growth plan. So to help define objectives, strategies, and tactics to boost our brand, to boost MUSA, we have actually sort of formulated a whole sort of strategy on how to work on our brand engagement and growing, as well as reaching as, let's make it as reaching out, acting, converting, and engaging them. So you can find the full PAM inside the report. And next part, we have TikTok collaboration with Monash marketing. So recently we just had another meeting, or I think it's on the last few days. I can't recall the exact date, but yes. Yeah, a Monash TikTok account will be open and handled by MUSA. I believe they have already got like the green light from Monash Australia. So production will begin after the semester start. So the full detail can be found here. Okay, one thing to take note about this is that it's not just solely handled by us publicity, but it can be handled by the whole. For example, any of the department, if you guys have any sort of ideas or have any videos you guys would like to sort of contribute to the account, you guys are more than welcome to do so. Credit will be given where credit is due. All right. And publicity team will schedule a meeting with Monash marketing soon for further discussion. And if you guys have any questions regarding on what are the procedures, like what are the criteria of having your video getting up on the Monash TikTok account, you guys feel free to drop a message to me or Cheryl. So next part, I believe I'll let Cheryl talk about it.
Okay, next up, the MUSA OB t-shirt. So several designs has been drafted and has been sent to MAC for review. After taking in suggestions and making the appropriate touch-ups, the OB t-shirt design is now finalized, and we have started sourcing for potential vendors. Finally, MUSA introduction post. So the publicity officers will begin to work on a MUSA introduction post which will be scheduled to be posted before the February orientation. That's it. Thank you. Motion 10, acceptance of publicity officers report accepted by.
Ina.
Heard Ina first.
Irfan.
Wait, I heard Ina first. Okay. Welfare.
Okay, hi, thanks, Ruth. So I think the first point is something that we talked about last time in the pre-MSc, but it's here again because I just wanted to stress on it. And I think yesterday everyone must have seen the message in the announcement channel. We've asked everyone to clean your personal offices by the middle of February. The welfare officers will be handling the other areas, and we will have everything cleaned up before orientation week. So it's really important that you all make sure to clean your personal offices before orientation week, because after that, we know everyone will be super busy. For the second point, we have the Welfare Affairs Committee meeting. The first one this year has been scheduled for 31st of January, which is tomorrow, and it'll be held monthly from there on. The next point is our Dear 2023 event. This is actually just our first event of the semester that we've started planning. We aim to hold this in the first 2 days of week 1. And this event will ask students to write their hopes and aspirations for the upcoming year. And these will then be displayed in the student lounge. In doing so, this event just hopes to spread positivity at the start of this new academic year. For the next thing, we have the student lounge operational guidelines. So last year, we didn't really have any sort of concrete set of guidelines to follow when it came to operating the student lounge. So this year, we've been working on drafting this document, and we've consulted the presidents of this year and last year, and they've both provided their input, and a finalized version of this guideline book will be established very soon, definitely before the semester. For the next thing, student lounge staff recruitment, we have finalized our lounge managers and we've begun hiring our loungees. We've posted about it and we're currently receiving applications, and the team will be finalized before orientation week. The next and last point is about locker booking. So we've updated our locker bookings procedure and we are going to post about it soon. So it will be available for booking soon as well. So that's all from us. Does anybody have any questions? If not, motion number 11, acceptance of both officers' report, accepted by.
Mengya.
Thank you, Mengya.
Okay, so for the Women's Officers Report, firstly, the pre-recruitment, we have scheduled an interview with a candidate, although the person did not attend despite several reminders and contacts. Hence, we have rejected her application. The women's officers are planning to have an introduction post. The post is planned to be posted by the beginning of the orientation to gain more awareness of the existence of the department to expand our reach. The women's officers are preparing to celebrate the International Women's Day on 8th of March by collaborating with the Monash Leo Club, additionally commemorating the day by having an event on 10th of March as well, which all the details will be updated on our Instagram, MUSA Women. The motion 12, acceptance of Women's Officers Report, accepted by.
Mengya.
Ina.
Thank you.
Sorry, moving to editors.
Okay, hi, can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Okay, thanks. All right, so for the February orientation booklet, a draft version of the February orientation booklet has already been completed by our graphic designer, Jeanette. So the current version will be sent to Student Life and MAC for further amendment. And it'll be the final amendments will be completed within 2 to 3 weeks before the orientation itself. So the draft version is to be sent out to the representative parties tomorrow or Wednesday. Moving on to 2022 magazine collection. So the 2022 magazine collection was held first physically on the 17th January from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. and then 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. at the student lounge, where a total of 62 magazines collected that day. The final collection dates will be held within the first week of February semester. For the pre-2023 subcommittee recruitment, the pre-2023 subcommittee interviews have been underway, and 5 out of 7 of the candidates have been accepted to the media team and the writers team, 2 being writers, 3 being media. So far, the acceptance and rejection emails have been sent to respective parties, and they have been the candidates that were rejected will be included in our consideration list for any future recruitments that we may have. Moving on to our media recruitment. So given that the 2023 MUSA budget was unable to accommodate the full expense of MUSA Manga's media equipment, we have turned to sponsorships, which will help us afford our media equipment that's needed for our year. Moving forward, given that we are still required more funds to support our event coverages, we'll further source from sponsorship and or manage within our own budget. Moving forward to event coverage. Monga will only be accepting event coverage from the end of February and or the beginning of March only. For those events that require event coverage ahead of time under MUSA, such as CNS Week or in February orientation, a completed proposal containing necessary information will have to be submitted to the editors for approval and consideration. That is all from us. Thank you.
Editor's report.
Sorry, accepted by.
Jasper.
Right. Thank you.
And someone else is speaking.
All right. School of Arts and Social Science representatives report. So first up is subcommittee recruitment. So a subcommittee has already been created, and as of now, one secretary, one events officer, and one publicity officer has been recruited. So meetings are being held to plan future events and publicity material, and the subcommittee members have been informed of their roles and are already performing them. And so next up is the 7-school mid-level. So SAS has been participating in all the meetings with all schools to finalize the plans for the events, and currently internal discussions within the committee are being held to decide on what game and booth SAS will contribute to the event. And then for the next point is Mingle Saturday, which is SAS's event for its students to get to know each other better. So currently discussions are also being held to finalize the details of the event, and as of now, our date of the event has been changed from week 2 to week 5, as it was decided it would be less hectic for us. And a list of lecturers have been shortlisted and will be contacted via email or personal association. And a list of vendors are also being currently created for the events. The next point is February orientation. So right now, the plans have been finalized and a subcommittee has been briefed and given roles for the event. A publicity timeline has also been created for the event. And lastly is the SAS introduction post. An introduction post to the SAS reps and committee has already been planned and organized, and it will consist of 3 posts that will introduce the reps, provide further information about the SAS team and what we do, and provide the reps' contact information as well. And it's also scheduled to be up a week before the February orientation. So motion 14, acceptance of the SAS reps report. Goodbye. Michelle.
Okay, so for the School of Business Representatives report, we already have onboarded our subcommittee. So the treasurer, secretary, 1 publicity officer, and 2 operations officers have been appointed. And all subcommittee members have already begun their duties. Recruitment posts for remaining positions for operations and publicity officers, as well as major and new representative recruitment, they're in process of being made, and they will be posted after uploading and getting approval from the publicity tracker. As for the February orientation mingle night, we have decided that it will be held on the 24th of February on Friday at venue 4108. But we were informed by the SOB EMO that we will be experiencing a large intake of SOB students. So due to that, we are looking into changing the venue to accommodate more students. As for the event, Sarah and EMS have been submitted and are in the process of waiting for being approved. The games and snacks are also in the process of being finalized for the mingle event. As for the 7 schools Minival, SOB met with the other 7 schools to discuss and finalize plans for the 7-school Minival, formerly known as the 7 schools Carnival. SOB will also be preparing 1 game booth and 1 booth to sell items, which is currently to be discussed with the rest of the SOB team. The next is a student complaint regarding non-credit internship. We first knew about this through the vice presidents. SOB received an email from a student regarding non-credit internship for accountancy majors. So we also brought this up at the EAC meeting, but the case has been forwarded to the SOB EMO, and they have said that they will reply soon. And lastly, for the Academic Progress Committee, both reps have attended APC meetings regarding decisions on whether some students require APC hearings, and both reps will be attending the first APC hearing with the students present on the 1st of February alongside the APC committee members. Motion accepted by?
Menya.
All right, and now for the School of Engineering representative report. The first point is the 7-school Minival. So SOE attended the meeting that was held with the other 6 schools for the Minival. So we will be preparing 2 booths. One is for the carnival game, and the second is to sell Malaysian snacks. So we have SOE has the responsibility of getting external vendors. So we have managed to get the confirmation of 3 external vendors, Base Patisserie, Chuba Roll Food Truck, and Waka Waka Gelato. We have gotten their confirmation for the invitation. So all are registered vendors under Monash. No rent will be charged, nor will we be purchasing anything to have them on campus. So therefore, it means that no transactions will occur to invite them to campus. We are awaiting for the instructions from Rush One to confirm having the vendors for the Minival. For the next point, the Farmgineering, which is the collaborative event with SOP and SOE. The game station ideas have been agreed upon by both schools, and the event proposal and the itinerary has also been completed. So SOE has also sent out sponsorship prospectus to many companies to secure sponsorship for the event. We have also successfully gotten sponsorship from Murat and a meeting was held on the 16th of January to discuss the details of the event. The next thing is career series, which is a collaborative effort between SOIT and SOE. A meeting was held with Gamuda Berhad on the 3rd of January to invite them as to host one of the workshops for the career series. They have agreed to host the workshop for the second day of the series. And so further discussions will be carried out with them to discuss about sponsorship. And so we have also sent to them the partnership prospectus along with the event proposal. Next, for the orientation, which is collaborative with MUMAC and EAMMSS. The event will be held on the 22nd of February, half the event from morning till afternoon. MUSA SOE will take charge of the food preparations and volunteer recruitment, while MUMAC will handle the event logistics and planning, and the EAMMSS club will conduct the lab tours for the engineering students. So the risk assessment and the EMS has also been submitted for this one. Now for the last point, for our pre-subcom recruitment, all interviews have been done with the applicants for the pre-subcom, and we have submitted, they have been selected and also briefed of their tasks and their roles. Does anybody have any questions? Yes, Jasper?
Yep. Hi, Darylyn. Notice
Yes.
that you've mentioned Waka Waka Gelato in your one of your events, right?
Yes, Rashwan just said in the chat that they have been blacklisted. Is that right?
Yes. According to OHSC, as of the last time we spoke with them, you might need to just double check them one more time just in case. But I think you have to reconsider something else for that.
All right, thank you so much. I will probably contact you further on to discuss how to go about this.
Yep, sure thing.
Yeah, all right, thank you. So motion 16, acceptance of School of Engineering Representatives Report, accepted by?
Irfan.
Thank you, Irfan.
So for the School of Information Technology Representatives Report, firstly, the MUSA Pre-2023 Subcommittee. We have interviewed 60 members and recruited 7 subcommittees into our team. This includes 1 secretary, 1 treasurer, 4 events officers, and 1 publicity officer. All new subcommittee will have attended an onboarding session, and early task has been delegated to them, mainly our Hello Coders mentorship program. And for our official recruitment post, it's already has been made and awaiting to be posted later on. And speaking about Hello Coders mentorship event, the event and budget proposals are finalized. Sarah has been submitted and approved. EMS has been submitted and is awaiting approval, and all the posts and forms are also being made for mentors and mentees. And for the 7 school minimal, meetings were held with other schools to finalize the plans for the 7 school minimal. And as task for treasurer, we have made the event budget breakdown. And for SOIT, we plan to have 2 booths, 1 booth for our carnival game and 1 booth to sell pins. And SOIT has already contacted designers to design a SOIT mascot to print it on the prints and had also received a draft. And for the career series with SOIT and SOE, we have contacted Tencent's country manager, and they have agreed to give a talk during the career series as well. That's about it. And motion accepted by
Darylyn.
Irfan.
Thank you.
Okay, so from Medicine and Health Sciences side, MUSA Pre-2023 subcommittee, we have
I have interviewed and recruited 7 subcom members, including 1 secretary, 1 treasurer, 2 publicity officers, and 3 events officers. And all new subcommittee members attended an onboarding session on Wednesday, January 11th. Early tasks have been delegated to the members. And for our future events, the Medicine Mingle Night, I have attended a meeting with a representative from MUMETS, and the event is scheduled for Friday, February 24th. And the budget proposal has been made. Sarah has been approved, currently waiting for EMS to be approved. And then for Psychology Mingle Night, event is scheduled for Thursday, February 23rd. And the schedule has been finalized together with events officers. We're also waiting for EMS to be approved. And for Spin Exoma's game night, we have finalized event rundown with Spin representative. And tasks have been delegated to the new subcom members. Sarah has been approved in the process of finalizing the budget proposal for the event. And the next point is 7 schools Minival will no longer be working with MUMEC, and plans for the event have been changed, and the discussions are inching towards a solid final plan. And we have contacted a representative from MSDS regarding performances. And then budget proposal is the current next step. As for Midnight 2023, even though the event is scheduled for around November 2023, we have started early planning as suggested by Dom. And we have also scheduled a meeting with MUMETS to start the process. And as for male SOMA's representative, I have contacted the EMO from Faculty of Medicine, and they have suggested to create a Google form to distribute to the medicine students to gauge their interest. Yeah, that's all. No questions?
You're fine.
No. No. Do you have a question? No. Okay. Well, okay. Thanks.
I'm so into it.
Yeah.
Jeremy here, representing for School of Pharmacy. So first off, MUSA SOP pre-2023 subcommittee recruitment. So we have recruited 1 committee in this department, secretary, treasurer, and publicity, which will be 1 committee in each department and 2 for activities department. So we had our first and second meeting on the 4th and 13th of January to start on our orientation planning. Where the first meeting was to update them about the current event planning, and the second meeting was to further discuss the activity for the orientation. So an onboarding session was also held after the meeting on the 13th as well. The second thing will be MUSA SOP and MUFAS orientation 2023. So student guides and buddies recruitment drive started on the 9th January and currently still ongoing until 20th January. We extended the date because we haven't got to our targeted number. So we are currently still extend until after CNY. So the event timeline for the whole 2-day event has been finalized. The activity for the 2 days has finalized, and also the publicity team from our side and also MUFAS has started on designing the Instagram interactive story and introduction posts, and currently finalizing budget details for EMS, and also will submit to EMS and Sarah as soon as possible. Next thing will be for engineering, collaboration with School of Engineering. The game station ideas have been agreed upon by both schools. Event proposal and also the itinerary has been completed. Sponsorship prospectus has been sent out to several companies and also gotten some interest from Murat. We held a meeting on the 18th January to discuss the details of the event. 7 school Minival meeting was held with other schools to finalize plans for the event itself. So our plans to prepare 2 booths. 1 booth is for carnival game and 1 booth is to sell pins. Yeah. Any questions so far? Motion 19 accepted by School of Pharmacy representative report accepted by
Carolyn.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so for the School of Science, the first point, the pre-2023 subcommittee recruitment, we've interviewed 4 candidates, but we've only accepted 1 event officer. We've conducted with that event officer and briefed them with their tasks, and we also gave them access to our drive. And then the next point is an event that we conducted with EMO, which is a charity drive event. We managed to recruit student volunteers from early on this year, and we've conducted meetings with them to discuss about their tasks, with decorations, manning duties, and everything. Can you scroll down, please? Okay, and basically the event was a success. We got a lot of donations. We've also publicized the event over 2 days. The next point is the February orientations. We have finalized the date, the time, the venues, and games. We've made a detailed rundown. We have been involving our event officer as well. We have submitted SARA, EMS, and budget proposal have been made. However, EMS is still in process of being approved. We've also discussed future plans with EMO regarding the events that MUSA SOS will be conducting, as well as their plans, so it won't clash. We've also given them access to any related documents that they wanted. And then the next point is the 7 school collaboration, which is now the 7 school Minival. We've attended meetings with the other schools, and we've discussed about how the plan changed from hosting it over 2 days to only 1 day. We have submitted the other departments have submitted SARA, and it has been approved. And we are in the process of creating our budget proposal for the EMS submission. And then for the next point, which is the Academic Progress Committee, we've worked on academic progression matters. We've nominated 3 students from SOS to be at campus to represent us, since we're both abroad. We've worked on academic misconduct matters as well. We've nominated one of the school representatives to attend a misconduct hearing later on, and we have acted as students to assist students from another case of academic misconduct. And then next is student feedback. So we have entertained feedback given by a student, and we have delegated that concern to the appropriate unit coordinator, which have been forwarded to the Australian campus. Lastly, we've also come up with plans to recruit course and year reps. That is it for SOS. Motion 20, acceptance of School of Science representatives report, accepted by
Irfan.
Okay, that's the end of business report. Is there anything else you guys want to add, Rashwan?
I need to add one more thing. So you guys remember the orientation event schedule that I sent from Student Life quite a while ago, right? So after this meeting, I'll send the link to that schedule again, and I need everybody to just double check once more, because Minghui will be finalizing the schedule tomorrow at 9 a.m. Irfan, do you have a question?
Are we given access to the schedule? Because at last I checked, I think we didn't. We were removed access.
I'll double check.
Maybe it's for me. Not sure.
Should be able to. In any case, if you don't have access and there are any things to edit, simply text me and I'll just let Minghui know.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Since there's no more question, I guess we'll wrap up this session. Thank you guys for coming.
Good night, guys.
Night.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you guys. Good night.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You.
Thank you.